Welcome back to a little evening tournament session. Look at that. Yes! Dump that in. Come on up and do it, big girl. All right, listen. Just be happy I brought you in the boat, but you're not going up there. You're not. I'll bring you. I might use you spinning rods, but you're not going up there because we're fishing for a big one. What is up, MFers? Welcome back to a little evening tournament session. Man, I'm glad to be back. I haven't fished a tournament for a couple weeks here. The last two tournaments I actually fished at this lake, we were lucky enough to get the dub. So we're going for the three-peat tonight. Not a big tournament or anything, just a little local Tuesday night tournament. But if you've been following along to these, you know, it's gonna be repetitive for you guys that have been following them, but this is a big fish tournament format. It is one big fish. That's all we're going for tonight, which you guys know I do love targeting the giant ones with the big baits especially, and that's what we got tied on up there. We got some conventional tackles up here, big spoon, hair jig, giant crankbait, which is that same 500 DD that we won the last one with, but then of course over here we got the old Gigantor swimming baits as well, which you guys know I'll be tossing around. I do tell you guys this every time though we fish this type of format where we go for one fish. It is hard for me to make a video a lot of times because I'm not out here trying to catch 5 keepers or even 3 keepers. A lot of times we're fishing for one bite and a lot of times we don't get that bite. So if you're seeing this video, that means I probably caught one, which is awesome. And the good thing about this lake is it's got giants. A lot of times it takes 9 or 10 pounds to win here. We've caught some massive bags here, and you never know what someone's gonna bring to the scales. Now this is a tough time of the year to fish. I haven't been here in about 3 weeks and it's the transition period we've been going through all over the place. Went to 2 or 3 lakes yesterday and it was no bueno. So if you're not catching them right now, don't feel bad about it. But with that being said, I mean, we're gonna freaking send it tonight with the big baits. We got a couple finesse things tied on like I told you guys about, but I'm gonna kind of talk you through it, talk you what I'm thinking about fishing. Definitely gonna be starting on some offshore structure with the big baits, but you never know where it's gonna end up taking us. This lake's loaded with good ones. It's got grass, it's got offshore cover, it's got offshore structure, but it's also got a whole lot of gar and shad and catfish and little gar, alligator gar, stuff that could eat me, maybe sink my boat. So worst case scenario, maybe we'll catch a prehistoric dinosaur. Best case scenario, we'll catch a bunch of big old slanches. Okay, I'll catch you guys at blast off. Okay, we're gonna start on a little, whoa, get that right. Might be a little windy tonight. Sorry if there's some wind noise. We're gonna start on a point right now, offshore point, and we're gonna throw some swimmers around. I really think we're gonna need to capitalize early because it's been rough. Not really. I already see some, look at that. Hopefully they're friendly to me. But man, this lake gets so much pressure that you really don't know what to expect. Yeah, they're already taking off the other direction. And no, that is not because of the live scope beam hitting them like so many people would like to think it is. It's actually because they can hear the boats running by and the slap of the boat against the water. Oh God, we're doing this today, huh? Oh yeah, there we go. That one got it. That gets big too. That's because it is barely good. Don't do that jumping shit again. Don't do that shit again. Yes! I guess we'll start that way. Not a mega giant, not enough to win this tournament probably, but good to see they're biting a little bit on the big old spoon. I couldn't believe it. The first time I dropped it past them, they all freaking didn't even turn. And then I ripped it up once. Then they all went back down to it, lifted up, and this guy had slurped it. Oh my God. You guys are on at least. You guys are on at least. My chest cam was not on. That's a way to start though, right? Oh man, sorry the chest cam wasn't on, guys. Never filmed a video before. First time, giving her a try. Hell yeah, dropped the big spoon down to a wolf pack. That was cool. Let's do a spot lock. Oh man, he's got friends down there too. Bag of ice in here waiting for him. Starboard line low. You know what? I don't want to shock him too much. We're gonna wait till that fills up right quick. Get some additive in there, and we're gonna dump that in. We want to keep these guys alive, especially since I caught him. He's got to be in there for 3 hours. Water's still hot here in Tejas. Oh yeah, water's nice and cool. Let's get him in there. Down so we don't have the field over here. There we go. All right, deal. Well, I'm really kind of pissed that I didn't have my chest camera on for that, but at least I had one camera on. That's why I run a couple. I saw that wolf pack blast by, and I was like, get it in quick. Drop the mag down. We're on the board, close to a 7, I think. Maybe we'll do a video someday about what actually spooks fish, which I have realized from doing this live scope stuff. Spoiler alert, it's not the live scope beam. It's stuff that's on everyone's boat and other stuff. Yeah, we'll get into that another time. Comment if you want to see that video. All right, Ben, let's record our fishing trip today with your camera that's on your chest. Not just wearing it because it looks cool, because God knows it doesn't look cool. I haven't been out here for weeks. Come out here and there's still fish. And as I always talk about, these things come and go in bite windows. This spot can be absolutely, this spot and every spot can be absolutely on fire. And you get one right away, and then you can not get a bite the rest of the time you're here. So good to get on the board. And there are some gigantors right here tonight. This could get fun. You see it? Do you see what I see? Those are all 6+ pounders, maybe 10s. I'm done singing. Yes, that I did a bunch of blow last time before I went fishing. Never touched the stuff, but I do like the energy drinks. That's for sure. Let's try a hair jig. Yeah, those are big. Hair jig's good because it's subtle and it falls really quick, so it gets right on them, but it's such a hit and miss bait. It's all they want, or you can't get a bite on it. But it's always worth tying on and throwing. Yeah, those are all just massive. But makes me happy that old Mr. Barely Hooked on the Spoon got hooked. Because it's gonna be a grind, I think. Do it. Oh no, he was on. I had him. Oh no. I really let him take it for an extra split second. Usually I don't give him that long. Oh no. You suck, man. That was a freaking big too. There's a group that just went by that I think is all 7 to 10, maybe 11s. And then there was another group that was like 4s. That was one of the big ones. Let's see if these guys come back. Here we go. Slowly chasing. Do it. Oh, they did not like that. They all just got a negative cue from that bait somehow. That was so cool. I mean, in a bad way. It was cool for you guys to learn that, but it was bad for yours truly, because I watched them all go right back down to the bottom because they didn't like somehow that the bait sank slightly an inch or stopped or something. They didn't like it is what I'm saying. Come on up and do it, big girl. Yes, back on the ankle. Oh yeah, that's a giant. I'm just gonna try to grind him in. Freaking take him right to the net. Hi, bud. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Let the boat float off a hair. We got some weighing to do, boys. Big old nasty gliding bait eater. Oh God, that's fun. Look at that big girl. Couldn't resist that. It was hard as hell to get it in front of him, but he could not resist it. Now we just got to see which one's bigger. I think the other one is, but it's still a good one. All right, let's check them. Let's do this really quick. Yeah, that was the first one for sure. We need to fizz her too. Hold on to both for now, because we can't weigh in a dead fish just in case she would perish. not crazy about my fizzing. Didn't let out a bunch of air, which is never good. So we're gonna be spending a lot of time trying to keep those fish alive. I don't really care that much about winning this tournament if I can't keep the fish alive. And we can't weigh them in if they're dead too. So at least we got ice, we got LIVEWELL additive. Everything else we did is right. We just gotta figure out the fizzing. Usually it's a lot easier. I don't know what the deal is. But one's already rolled over. At least the water's really cold. Definitely a good start to the day. Pulled up to the first spot, the point out here, and there was a big old group of them out deep. And for those of you that don't know what I'm trying to do with fizzing them, it is when you catch them deep. Sometimes it's just when they have just moved up shallow and you don't catch them even that deep, but generally over 15 or 20 feet you catch a bass. The bass comes up faster in the water column, especially that one that bit and went straight to the surface, but it comes up faster than the air bladder can catch up with. So the air bladder remains full, which usually keeps it buoyant at a deeper depth like that. But when you put them in a live well, they can't stay down low then. So you release the air with a needle. It's perfectly safe for the fish if you don't hit any major organs, which there aren't a lot if you go through the side. Then you can release that air pressure and the fish is upright and all is good, just like if you would have generally moved up shallower. For now, we can't really worry about it. I did what I could do. We just gotta try to catch a big one. I think it's gonna take 3.5 years to get down to them. And it's probably gonna spook them when it hits the water because they're being like that right now. But there's a couple in there that are substantial. And they're moving, but they're not moving crazy fast. There's my bait up there. He's sinking about a foot every 3 seconds. So hopefully those fish stay there for about another 30 seconds or so. And then I do that. What an idiot. God. Timothy Orange Fingers. What an idiot. Oh, it's in my cut, it burns. Ow. Oh my God, I look like such a goober. I've done that with chartreuse about 1,000 times. I don't know if I've done that with orange, which looks red. What an idiot. I got nothing else to say. Fish are doing awesome. Yes, it worked. So far, so good. We got the 2 in the live well. We can only turn one of those in, but I was just making sure because you can't weigh a dead fish. But the most important thing is both those fish are alive and kicking. It's only 7:13, but the sun's already trying to go down. And one thing I've noticed at this lake is they don't like to freaking bite once the sun goes down. So I'm gonna keep this very brief, but I'm happy with how it's gone so far. And I just decided that I'm gonna make a move. The fish really got broken up. They've been so smart tonight. I cannot believe how smart these fish have been. Clearly very, very pressured. They're getting spooked from me touching the trolling motor, getting spooked from the water slapping against the side of the boat. They're getting spooked from the bait splashing, just any type of movement in the water. So I got to the point where I turned all my graphs off and everything, and it was still really, really tough. So made a little move. Hopefully this spot will pay off from the main lake point. Gonna see if there's any more wolf packing guys. That would be nice. Can't complain though. Got the one on the big glide, got the other one. Damn, there's actually some fish here. I like that. A lot of those are gar, but some should be bass. But got the one on the big glide, got the other one on the, what did I get on? Oh, spoon. First one was on the spoon. I'm gonna turn the sonar back off, be as quiet as possible. And we have one goal, and that is to upgrade with a 7 1/4 plus pounder. Hopefully a 10. Well, those weren't bass, those were all gar. On to the next spot. Back at the starting spot, appears the gar have moved in and there is not much interest in the glide, likely because that's such a visual bait, you know, they gotta be able to see it and of course feel it, but really see it to be able to have it be that effective. So I think we're gonna go to power cranking. We're gonna cause some ruckus down there, blast this deep diver around in not super deep water. Let's see if we can get a bigger one than we got to react to it. That was her. It's I got a couple around 6. I think this one's big though. Beauty. What's leading it?
6-1.
Cool.
Catch you pretty good?
These two, man. That was it.
I had 2 fish on.
I could just run it down there probably, but I'll just do that. By the time I freaking let him sit there.
Oh yeah. Nice one. 728.
Sweet.
Okay, picture.
Picture?
Yes.
Cool.
728. 728.
Thank you. All right. Fish freaking did great in the live well. Good job, Camus Live Wells. Look how lively that fish is. Hell yeah, love it. Thank you very much. You too, guys. Thanks, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, guess what, guys? I just flat out didn't do my job and didn't have the camera on during the weigh-in results process. But we did end up winning the tournament. It was badass. That's the 3rd one we got in a row. Super fun. Tournament season's kind of winding down here in Texas, unfortunately. So if you guys know of any you think that I should fish around here, please let me know. There's still a few left that I want to hit. And then things kind of crank back up in the January time down here. But yeah, another badass time. Awesome to get that one big fish. The other big fish we caught actually would have won too, so that was super cool. Got both of them back alive in the lake, so the live wells did their job, as did the ice and the live well additive. And I fizzed both of those fish, and fizzing worked apparently well too, because they swam off perfectly vertical in the water. But let me know if you guys want to see more tournament videos. I'll drop a link right down below. That way you guys can watch more tournament videos, and I will catch you very soon. I'm out of here. Peace.